Did you know the average person spends more than 3 hours a week on phone calls, and most of that time is spent sitting, or even worse, slouched over? Imagine turning those hours into steps, energy, and even money in your pocket without adding a single thing to your schedule. Welcome to the Big Daddy's Big Tips podcast, the daily podcast helping everyday people go from feeling stuck to building momentum, confidence, and freedom, one small daily step at a time. This is not a podcast about hacks, it's not a podcast about hustle, it's about the quiet power of habit-driven lifestyle design, where your health, your wealth, and your happiness are upgraded slowly and sustainably through what you do today, what you do tomorrow, and what you do the day after that. Because it is not the handful of big decisions that shape your life. It's the thousands of tiny ones you make each and every day. What you eat, how you move, what you buy, what you say yes to, who you spend time with, how you react to situations. Ultimately, it's about what I like to call your daily wins versus your daily drifts. And every single decision that you make in your day creates a ripple effect. That ripple will either be a positive one, taking your life in the right direction, or a negative one, taking you in the wrong direction. The right direction takes you towards a future you that's flourishing and that's thriving. The wrong direction results in you feeling stuck. Feeling stuck can mean different things to different people. Maybe it is constant tiredness. Maybe it's struggling with sleep. Maybe it's not liking the reflection that you see every time you look in the mirror. Maybe it's the aches and pains that just don't go away, or lacking the energy to do the things that you want to do. It might mean living paycheck to paycheck, never quite getting on top of your debt. Maybe it's struggling to budget or struggling to save, or feeling like your earning potential is capped. It may mean knowing that you should invest for the future, but never quite getting round to taking any action. Being stuck can often be about what's missing on the inside. That might be a lack of purpose, low self-worth, stress or anxiety, strained relationships, feeling like you're just going through the motions, or even struggling to be present with the people you care about. The truth is, whatever form stuck takes, it always feels heavy. It slows you down, it clouds your decisions, and it convinces you that change has to be too big or too overwhelming. But what I want you to know, and what this podcast is all about, is that you don't need a dramatic leap to escape feeling stuck. You just need to start redirecting your life journey by changing your ripple effects. And we can do this one small daily win at a time. Because whether your ripple effects are currently working for you or against you, they're invisible at first. They're barely noticeable after a couple of weeks, but as the months and the years roll by, they become too big to ignore. And where you find yourself today is the result of your life journey thus far. You've been taken on that journey because of the ripples that you have created. And the ripples that you've created have been the result of the thousands of micro decisions that you have made each day. The decisions you've made each day are a result of how well primed your body has been on those days, or as I like to refer to it, how well primed your vessel has been. Look after your vessel, and making good decisions is easy. Choosing the daily wins is easy. Allow your vessel to build up rust, on the other hand, and you will find yourself more easily distracted by and more easily tempted by the bad daily decisions, the daily drifts. And I know what you might be thinking. Maybe you've tried to make change before, but you started perhaps too big, or you focused in one specific area whilst the others slipped away. Maybe you think change has to be dramatic, or you have to wait for a perfect moment. Those are some of the same false beliefs I had to break for myself, because the truth is, the smallest daily shifts, when stacked the right way, can change absolutely everything. And the beauty of the Big Daddy's Big Tip system is that you don't need to change everything. You just need to start priming your vessel a little bit better. Guard what goes into your body, prioritize how you move your body, and prioritize how you rest your body. And every tip you hear from me is part of that system. It's part of that journey to help you better prime your vessel so that you can start to shift from daily drifts to daily wins, from noise to clarity, from feeling stuck to feeling free. Because the Big Daddy's Big Tips movement is not just about saving money. It's not just about getting fit. It's about creating a life you can feel proud of by breaking down the overwhelming into the achievable and by getting there one daily step at a time. So picture this for me. You answer a phone call, and before you know it, you're hunched over at your desk, or you're slouched on the sofa, or you're pacing the same 2 square feet of kitchen tiles. The call ends, but you've barely moved, and your body feels no better for it. Today's tip is this. Walk during your phone calls, whether it's a quick chat with a friend, whether it's a catch up with family, or even a work call where you don't need to be in front of a screen. Walking while you talk is one of the simplest ways to add movement into your day, and the ripple effect is far bigger than you think. I used to sit through every single phone call, often in the same chair that I've been working in all day. Back would ache, energy drained, felt sluggish. One day, just decided to take a walk outside. Just had a walk around. It changed everything. Not only did my energy lift, but I noticed I was actually more present in the conversation. Since then, I've made it a rule. If I'm on the phone and I don't need my screen, I'm out walking. Walking while on calls is like sneaking in extra steps without even thinking about it. Instead of forcing yourself to find time for exercise, you're stacking it into something you're already doing. Over the course of a week, even 2 or 3 calls a day can add thousands of steps. The benefits: better circulation, improved posture, reduced risk of stiffness, back pain, sharper thinking. Walking also reduces stress hormones, which means those difficult calls you sometimes dread become that little bit easier to handle. And here's something fascinating. Research shows walking actually boosts creativity and problem solving. So those brainstorming calls, they'll be better. Those stressful calls, you'll handle them more calmly. Movement primes your vessel, physically and mentally. Now, you might be wondering, how does walking on the phone help my bank account? Fair question. Very simple. It helps you make better decisions. A lot of us make poor money choices when we're stressed or distracted. Walking calms the nervous system and it sharpens our focus, as well as giving you breathing room to think. So picture being on hold with your bank, waiting to sort out a bill. If you're sitting, scrolling, or fidgeting, you're frustrated. You're far more likely to rush, to agree to something without checking, or to miss an important detail. But if you're walking, you're in motion. Your head is clearer, and you've got a much better chance of making confident, rational decisions. There's also the long-term money ripple. Walking more reduces healthcare costs. Every extra step is an investment in lowering your risk of expensive health problems later in life. Heart disease, diabetes, or joint pain, amongst others. Small daily walks add up to very big financial savings over time. And then we've got our happiness. Walking while on the phone turns passive time into active time. Instead of ending a call feeling slouched and drained, you end it energized, refreshed, and maybe even with fresh air in your lungs. It also deepens your connections. Think about it. When you're walking, you're not distracted by screens or chores. You're in the moment. You listen better. You laugh more. Conversations feel more intentional. That alone is a happiness win. If you take those calls outdoors, you also get bonus benefits from nature. Sunlight, fresh air, break from the four walls. That's a mood boost in itself. And over time, these boosts add up. This tip is not about turning every phone call into a marathon. It's about reclaiming pockets of your day. Instead of seeing phone time as lost time, you turn it into productive, energizing time. It's the definition of a Big Daddy's Big Tips habit. Simple, friction-free, massively stacked in its ripple effects. So the next time your phone rings, ask yourself, do I need to be looking at a screen right now? If the answer is no, get up, step outside, and walk while you talk. And if you'd like to look in this habit into your routine and see the impact it's having on your life, I recommend getting a free copy of my Big Daddy's Foundation Blueprint. Much more than just a tracker, it's a system that shows you how small daily actions like this one stack up over time across your health, your wealth, and your happiness. You can use it to track your daily wins, to spot your daily drifts, and watch your momentum build week by week. because when you see it written down and when you measure the ripple, that's when it really starts to sink in. That's when it becomes part of who you are. You can get your free copy from the link in my bio on Instagram. You can get it from my website or from the show notes below this episode. So if today's tip has got you thinking in any way, please feel free to share it. Not just online, but with someone in your life who might need it too. Because real change spreads when we pass it on, and your unique ripple effect may just be sparked when you have that conversation and share your new knowledge. Even better, try explaining the tip in your own words to someone that you know, because if you can teach it, you are far more likely to remember it. And if you'd like the full breakdown of this tip, with all of the extra examples, the bonus strategies, and the free downloadable guide to help you actually implement it into your routine, head over to Instagram and drop me the keyword in the show notes below this episode, and I will send you the free guide directly. Combining that with my foundation blueprint will stand you in very good stead for ingraining this tip into your daily life. So if this episode has sparked anything for you, come and hang out with me on Instagram and TikTok, where you'll find me every single day at Big Daddy's Big Tips, sharing simple, high-impact tips to boost your health, wealth, and happiness simultaneously, one small daily win at a time. You'll also find weekly bingo cards to keep you motivated, free downloads to dive deeper and make change easier. You'll find weekly go-lives that feel like a proper pep talk, as well as more honest chats just like this. Make sure you're following so that you don't miss the next tip that could change everything. And if you've tried any of Big Daddy's Big Tips so far, I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM, tag me in your progress, because this is just the beginning. I want you to know how proud I am of you, and I want you to know that you are not going on this journey alone. If you need any help or are unsure in any way about implementing this tip or the benefits it can offer, then reach out and I will be in touch to help. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. And please remember, your future does not change in one big leap. It changes in the next small step you take today. So why not start right now, get that vessel primed, create those positive ripple effects, enjoy a truly life-changing journey, one small step at a time. I end each episode by asking you a question that you can answer in the comments below, and today's question is this. What's the longest phone call you had this week, and how many steps could you have taken during it? Have a think. Let me know what springs to mind in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Big love, Big Daddy.